You don't get to be one of those guys, the iconic guys currently, or the icons of the last 100, 150 years, by being genteel. Sensitivity equals poverty.
Sensitivity equals poverty.
Correct.
You think every titan of industry over the past, call it 100 years in some way cheated, stole?
No. I'm not saying that they did anything illegal.
Right.
But they did a handshake deal that wasn't necessarily the deal that they thought it was, or the deal that you thought it was. They're hard. Going back from Henry Ford the First, Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, who my program is modeled after, who's from Scotland, about 45 miles down the road. J.P. Morgan, all those guys were hard as fucking nails. So why do the snowflakes think that they're going to change the world being a wuss?
I don't know if they care so much or are trying to change the world.
Well, they all talk about changing the world.
Yeah, but it's a story.
As a collective.
But
it's
not even that. I don't even know that they want to. It's just a cool story to tell. You know what I'm saying?
I totally get what he's saying. I'm just saying there's definitely some industries where like sensitivity doesn't equal poverty. Like Hollywood, for example, especially with actors and artists.
Well, no, I disagree. I've been at the producer, MGM,
They're more
Paramount.
ruthless than
they are
anyone.
ruthless.
No, I'm not talking about the talent, the artist. Yeah.
But they ain't exactly changing anything.
25,000 people come to Hollywood every year. One makes it. One. And they're waiting tables up across the street from the Beverly Wilshire. One. Little girl from Kansas comes to be a star. And one. I mean, it's been like that for 100 years.
Yeah, I know.
But also to counter your point, that one that made it, she might have fucked somebody else over to get that job.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think the artists here, the actors, or anybody are any less ruthless than the Titans. I think. I'm just.
Why would a girl? And I'm not saying they should do this. Why would a girl go on the casting couch?
Well, no, I'm not talking about porn. I'm talking about
not porn. I'm talking about regular.
Talking about like feature films, episodic TV.
Why?
What's a good
because they want the part in the movie, the beginning of the stardom, more than their values, their virtues, their morality. That's why.
But what is a cat? I mean, you're saying casting couch, but that doesn't exist anymore.
It still exists.
Against the
they still exist. To get your first part in a movie, the directors and producers say, I'll put you in my next movie. And most of the casting couch B-roll never get into the movie. They just give them that bullshit to get laid.
What's that Lana Del Rey song? "Fuck My Way to the Top." I mean, it still exists very much. What's a good example of a massive change or a titan of industry that hasn't used some level of brute force or manipulation?
Yeah, tell me.
I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't know any.
That's enacted.
Walt Disney was a hard ass.
Oh my God! I can only think horrible.
I can only think of artists.
You mean artists, painters, or
no, actors, musicians.
But I guess the question is: are any of them? Like, which one of them has truly enacted great change in the way titans of industry have? You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm talking about I'm going strictly off the logic of sensitivity equals poverty. That's it. And maybe by the way, in general, maybe I'll bend a little for that.
Also, two different levels of poverty. Because poverty to him might mean 100 million in your bank.
No, poverty to me is when they were going to repossess my house in 1981. They used to put foreclosure notices in red envelopes, the banks, red envelopes, so you wouldn't miss it. I remember my, who's now 39 years old, 3 or 4 years old, Danny walking into my little office with a little red envelope. Give me that. Did your mother see it? Shh. It's a Christmas card. It comes late. We'll talk about it later. Because I had missed 3 payments on the big house, and they were going to take the house away from me. So I know what that feels like. I got to make something fucking happen. And I did.
Does that struggle in your life, I think everybody goes through some level of struggle, but does that intense struggle where you're facing homelessness or where you're facing bankruptcy or whatever, do you think that builds character?
Oh, 100%. It either breaks you or makes you.
Mm-hmm. Would you change anything?
No. I changed my son getting that red envelope. I would have not liked that to happen.
Yeah.
And then I lied to him by saying that's Christmas card late.
So you think the struggle that all the people watching the show are going through in their lives right now, you think that it's actually an opportunity?
Most of them that are struggling with their life in general, I can't comment on. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we are the average of the 5 people we hang with. And now look at you.
Here we come.
We just said that on the last podcast.
Okay. And self-esteem is built the first 7 or 8 years of life. Okay. Who are you around the first 7 or 8 years of life?
Your parents.
Mom, dad, sisters,
Yeah,
brothers.
mostly mom, older brother, sister, maybe your dad if he's not traveling, you know, etc. And what do they know about building self-esteem? Nothing.
You think little babies should hang out with billionaires more?
No, I think little babies should be spare the rod, spoil the child.
Little babies?
No.
Oh.
Okay. When a baby is 6 months to 3 years, unless they shit their pants, they're happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if they're hungry, maybe.
Yeah, but normally they're happy. And then at 7, 8 years old, they're still happy. And then the life has now, they have friends, most of which are worthless. Okay. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Now just think about that, kids in this room. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
When you say worthless, like, what do you mean?
No, I don't mean monetarily.
Just
They have not brought anything significant to the world.
Well, they're 8 years old, Dan.
No, but I mean,
Well,
but the self-esteem is built for 7 or 8 years.
I mean,
the reason why you are the way you are, you already said you got off because you had good lawyers.
Yeah. Facts.
So you had a few bucks to get the good lawyers.
I got it through not so great of means, but I wasn't given it by anyone. I just got it through an illegal.
But what if you didn't have that extra money and you had gone to jail?
I might even be I don't know. Maybe I'd
been incarcerated 5 times myself.
Yeah.
I'm talking. You know, I'm preaching from the pulpit.
Yeah.
2 of the saddest days of my life were the 2 days our sons, God, I can't say, I'm going to cry about it, went to the same fucking jail that I had been arrested in, county jail down here, downtown, in the same cell block I was in. And it broke my fucking heart. But they saw kids don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see their parents do. And all our kids know that I was a hell-raising, wild motherfucker. So our sons were hell-raising, wild motherfuckers. But when they went to the same jail I went to, fuck, I was sad. It's maybe the only sad day of my life. And they both turned out well. Because they saw me turn out well.
What did they do?
But not everybody turns out well.
No. Most people in jail, it's a shitty place to be. When that cell door closes, I still remember the first time I got thrown in jail. A big, huge guy, about 300 pounds, just like in the movies. And by the way, you go to jail, the first thing you do is you get something, a fork, a stick, a pencil, and you stab the guy right in the cheek. The biggest guy in your
That's
cell.
what my dad says.
Okay, I mean right there. Shit. And then you do a toe dance on his head as he goes down to the ground. Then you bite his fucking nose off, and then nobody will fuck with you.